What's up guys, it's Eric from B-Side. Today we have here a 2010 to 2013 Lexus GX with factory navigation, and we're going to be doing an installation of our brand new wireless CarPlay Android Auto retrofit for this vehicle. It's a brand new product and it's all going to be plug and play just like the rest of our other kits. And the installation is very similar to the 2014 to 2021 Lexus GX CarPlay Android Auto retrofit that we have installed before. The interior is very similar. There's just going to be extra bolts holding down the top screen. Other than that, it's all the same. And also the harness and the connectors are also different as well. So I'll go ahead and show you the details and all that once we get in the vehicle. So let's not waste any time, get in the vehicle and get started. All right guys, so now that we're in the vehicle, the first thing we're going to do is remove this shift knob here. Just go ahead and press down on the shift boot to release it from the shift knob, like so. And then go ahead and just turn this counterclockwise until you can completely remove the shift knob. All right, next we're going to remove this and this. So go ahead and just put your finger here and pull it towards you like that. Just work your way towards the front like so. Okay, we're going to do it for the other side as well. Alright, just being held by clips. Next, we're going to remove these two pieces here. How we're going to do it, we're going to go ahead and just grab a hold of this corner and just bring it out. You can use the assistance of a panel removal tool down here to pry out the bottom portion of this. See the clip. There we go. All right, next let's go ahead and pull this out. So this one you're gonna have to pry this out a little bit like this and then pull it out towards you. All right, next let's go ahead and remove this panel. Once again, you can use a panel removal tool in here and just pull it out. But for him, I'm just gonna go ahead and just grab this and just pull it towards me like so. Move this lever up so it gives you clearance for this to come out. Unplug the start button connector. Always press down on the release tab and then pull out. Never pull on the wires or the cables because you don't want to strain them. Okay, let's go ahead and set this aside. Gonna go ahead and push this push button out and plug it in here so that later when it comes time to testing, I'll be ready to go by pressing this. All right, next is we're gonna go ahead and remove this. Before we do so, go ahead and make sure your e-brake is engaged or your side brake or your car is gonna roll when you pull this out, because we do have to change the gear to remove this center console. Okay, so with this, you can either use a panel removal tool, go under here and pry it up, or you could just grab using your fingers and just bring it up like so. Okay, I held down the cup holder while pushing this up, and while you get it up here, you could push down on the release tab and then change your gear down. And once again, it's very important that your side brake or your e-brake is engaged, or your car will roll if you parked on a incline or decline. All right, and then once we have this around neutral area, go ahead and pull this out, pull it up. You have a better view of the connector down here. There's going to be 5 connectors you're going to remove. Just make sure you push down on the release tab and then pull down. Okay, don't pull on the wires or cables. Okay, actually there was only 4 for this vehicle. For the 2014 to 2019, there's actually 5. Okay, there's only 4. Here they are. All right, and the next step is we're gonna remove this bottom panel piece right here. Just place your finger down there and just pull it out. Small piece. This could be forgotten to reinstall, so just be careful not to forget to reinstall this. Go ahead and put these parts aside. All right, next step, we're gonna remove some 10mm bolts. We're gonna remove 1, 2, 3, there's 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8. All right, so go ahead and remove it using a 10mm socket. Extension will help. You can use a power tool like this, or you can use a ratchet like this. It's up to you. And it's also what's available. I'm gonna go ahead and set all these in the cup holder. Make sure you don't lose them. All right, I got all the bolts out. Feel free to adjust your steering wheel angle so that you have the opening to reach out to those 10mm bolts. All right, so next we'll go ahead and pull the radio out. Before we do that, grab a thick towel, an old blanket, your old sweater that you don't wear anymore. Just wrap this around, especially the shift knob here. You don't want this to scratch this panel. And then just go ahead and pull it out towards you. All right. Okay, I'm gonna set it like here, and then we're gonna pull the top screen. If you want, you could go ahead and cover with another towel. All right. There it is. All right, and we're gonna go ahead and unplug the connectors behind the screen. There's gonna be a lot on this. It's a little different than the other unit that we have. Let's go ahead and unplug all this. There's gonna be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 connectors up here, okay? Or 9, I'm sorry. This one here. This is for your hazards. Okay, just always just press down on the release tab, pull on the connector, never on the cable or wire, okay? All right, so just take inventory of how many connectors are back here and what you need to reconnect, because you want to make sure you reconnect everything, okay? Especially this one's gonna most likely to be forgotten is your hazard light. So we got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. All right, so make sure you don't forget. And if you look back here, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Got 11 holes, and we got 9 here, and we're gonna add one more. This is the LVDS cable or the GVIF, and then we're gonna insert this, and this is where our CarPlay image is gonna feed in through. So in our kit, you will find a main harness. We'll go ahead and connect this first. Let me undo all the wire ties. All right, so I'm gonna connect the harness side. So there's only one connector that fits it, like this, and this will connect back to the screen. We also have, let's have this part. This one will connect here. Okay, there it is. If you have a hard time plugging this in, plug it in at an angle, like this way, okay? All right, and it'll clip right in. And this will go back to the screen. And then, okay, those are the 2 connectors to the harness, and we have one more here. This is for your auxiliary audio. All right, there it is. And then this will go back to the monitor or screen as well. And these other side of the cables, we're gonna route all this down towards the back and then straight down towards the center console. Go ahead and route those cables now. Okay, we're just gonna go straight down and under the radio, all the way down to the center console area. Make sure your wires don't get tangled in the way. Try not crossing it, especially with the factory cables and wires. Okay, we're gonna go straight down on here for now, but later we'll want to stick to the left side here, and we're gonna zip tie it on the bottom. You'll find like a factory wire area, cable area. And then there's one more cable that we need to connect back here. This is for the GVIF in. So this car is not equipped with a factory DVD player. That's why this was empty. If you have the factory DVD player, then you may have one here already. So what was already connected in here is going to connect to our other harness, which we don't have today because this car doesn't have factory DVD player. So there's going to be one additional wire that you need to connect if you have the factory DVD player. Okay, so let me go ahead and route this down here for now. Okay. All right, so there it is. And now let's go ahead and reconnect our screen, making sure we reconnect every single wire and cable that was originally connected. So let's go ahead and do that now. I'm going to start off with our harness here. Got this one, right? It's our main harness. I believe that is our, maybe that's our CAN, I'm not sure. Okay, and there's our audio for auxiliary, GVIF cable. We got this antenna plugging in here. And okay, let's get closer now. All right, okay, just count, make sure there should be 9 factory connectors and 1 GVIF cable. So I got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 1 GVIF. So this one will remain empty, and it was empty. All right, so once all this in, go ahead and carefully push it back. There we go. And then let's carefully push back the radio. And we should have all the cables that we need to connect to our interfaces down below. Go ahead and organize the cables a bit here. All right, terrific. Okay, so from here, let's go ahead and connect our interface. Okay, the dip switch is one on only for the Lexus GX, the 2010 and 2013. And then let's go ahead and connect our GVIF out. Okay, it's going to be connected to the inside here. The outside is going to be empty if you don't have the factory DVD player. If you have the factory DVD player, they're going to have this going in. This will be labeled in. Okay, and this is out. Yep, GVIF out, this is GVIF in. Only if you have the factory DVD player. And then let's go ahead and connect our HDMI cable. This cable is what connects the 2 boxes together. All right, and all the connection on this side is done. Now we're going to connect our wireless module. Okay, so our wireless module, we have these 2 mic input, which is going to connect to the mic. And we also have the aux out, which is going to connect to line out. Okay. And then we have this power cable. Okay, black and white, red wire, that's going to connect to power. And we have the HDMI connected to the other side of the HDMI, which connect the 2 boxes in here. All right, and the 2 other connection left is the RF antenna for your wireless and the USB extension cable. Okay, here's the RF antenna. We're going to route this back here. Well, actually, we're gonna route it down here. It's gonna be a little opening here. I'll go ahead and route this through here, and then we'll tuck this in under here afterwards. Okay, and then now the USB extension cable. All right, while all this is connected, let's do a quick test. All right. Give it a few minutes for this to load. So what you want to do is go to your audio, select USB, And ta-da, it's working. All right, let me go ahead and connect the phone to make sure all of the functions are working as it should. Okay, let's do, this is wireless, but I'm just gonna test it for the wired. What's the weather?
It's currently cloudy and
Sweet.
54 degrees.
Okay, just testing for the microphone. All right, track is working. Great, looks like everything's working. Next step, let me go ahead and just tidy all this up, mount it down here, reverse order everything we just did, and that will conclude our installation. So let me go ahead and do that now. All right, guys, so we went ahead and mounted both our boxes down here. We organized our wires and cables. Let me show you how I did it. So I put the metal box or a dip switch box all the way onto the ground, flat, and I placed the wireless module right on top of it. Used a double-sided tape so that they don't move. And I organized the wires and cables so it goes towards the left. Just be careful that it doesn't obstruct some moving parts over here for your gears. And just stick to the left here. And then I zip tied the bundle of wires that's coming from the top all the way to the left side here. So this is important, or else your pocket may not open all the way. So make sure you zip tied over there. Let me show you a close-up shot. So here it is, 2 boxes, wires on the left, and then the zip tie right there. Okay. So essentially, the wires and cables are all connected here. So it's going to cross over this way and then come straight down, zip tie there, and then come out of there, and then mount it there. All right. And then I also routed the USB cable here on this side. Just leave a little bit of slack, and once the panel comes through, we're going to place it like this. Okay. And then the antenna is here, the RF antenna, and then the wire cable was routed through this opening here, okay, which was zip tied together, and it comes down and connects to this box. All right, and then this will connect. We're gonna drop this panel here and we're gonna mount it right there. All right, so let me go ahead and finish the rest of the reinstall. All right, guys, so we went ahead and we finished our installation. We put all the factory panels back. Just one thing that we made a quick change is we changed the routing of this USB extension cable. The customer wanted down here instead of up here, but I do recommend it up here. Better placeability when it comes to wanting to charge your phone, because this does charge faster than your factory USB. And then this under panel, it just takes one Phillips screwdriver to remove the under panel. You just unscrew it and then you can just drop it down, removing the 2 clips. So here is the screen. You won't lose any factory functions. Even after you install our kit, everything works. Your backup camera works in factory screen, and it even works when in CarPlay mode. So when you want to use CarPlay, what you do is you want to go to your audio and then go to your USB. So you could either do it 2 ways. So you could enter USB, it'll switch the screen to CarPlay mode. To get out, press the audio button, and then if you're already in the USB screen, you're gonna have to press this play button here for it to switch the screen. And it's a screen you'll get when nothing is connected. And before we connect our phone, one other thing I want to mention is when you put your car into reverse gear, just get out. Your reverse gear, your backup camera will take maybe 1 additional second for it to show, rather than the factory. So right now, it was black screen for about a second and then it showed up. Whereas if you're in the factory screen, you go backup camera, it'll be immediate. So just make sure you note that, that's normal. And let me go back to my CarPlay screen. So back at my CarPlay screen, You could press the audio button after you get out of your backup camera screen. So after you go to reverse and get out, you can press the audio to go back in. So if you didn't notice right now, so if you're in the CarPlay screen, you put it to reverse gear, and say that you go to like drive, the screen is going to go back to your factory screen, and when it does, just press the audio button. It'll take you back to the CarPlay screen. So that's another thing you want to just be aware of. And then now that you're in the CarPlay screen, let me show you how to do your initial connection. So you're going to go to settings, go to general, go to CarPlay, and then just wait at the bottom. It's going to show up MV17W-BT, and there it is. Go ahead and connect it. You're going to pair, you're going to allow, and just wait about 5 to 10 seconds. Once you make this initial connection, going forward, it will connect by itself when you turn on your car. Probably take about 5 to 10 seconds to connect after you turn on your car. But you still do have to go to your audio and then press the USB or the play button to switch the screen over. And once you're in the screen, I'll go over some screen controls with you. So unfortunately, there's no swipe motion on this. It's just the factory screen hardware does not support it. If you want to change your pages, you do have to press on these little dots. Alternatively, you can rearrange the icons on your CarPlay screen from your phone under this CarPlay setting. So you can go ahead and do that if you want to move the most used apps to the front page. What's cool about this is the factory system, it does show the volume change even while you're in CarPlay screen, which is pretty cool. It's not like that for the other CarPlay kits that we have. And if you want to summon Siri, you could just long press here. What's the weather, Siri?
It's currently cloudy and 55 degrees. Expect rain starting tonight. Temperatures are...
All right. And then we also have our steering wheel controls. So this is track up and also track down works. Okay. And then also your volume controls up and down also works as well. All right, and then your phone pickup and hang up button will also work. But before we do that, let me go ahead and pair this phone to this system. Since this isn't my car, it's a customer's car, my phone's not connected. So let me go ahead and connect it. So there's something you need to do after you connect the phone to the car's Bluetooth. All right, so we're gonna go back. We're gonna go to settings and then Bluetooth. And most likely your car is already gonna be connected to the car's Bluetooth. All right, so we're connected. One thing you notice is your car's Bluetooth profile name on your phone is gonna say car multimedia, okay? So you're gonna have to go here to the setting and change it. So click the I and then click on the name. So you have to do this while the phone is connected to the vehicle or else it won't allow you to change it. Delete the car multimedia. We're gonna change this to Lexus GX. This is important so that the phone will route the calls correctly to the car's Bluetooth. So I'm going to change to Lexus GX. And then there's also another setting you want to go. So go to accessibility, go to touch, and scroll all the way down. Call audio routing. You want to change this Bluetooth headset. So by making these two changes on your phone, when you make phone call, the phone will use the car's Bluetooth so that you could retain the original car's Bluetooth calling quality. And when you play music, it's going to use the Bluetooth from CarPlay. So I'm going to give you a quick demonstration of that. So let's go ahead and connect. All right, so there's music playing, and then I'm gonna go ahead and make a phone call. Okay, I'm making a phone call now, and if you look over here, it routed the calls to Lexus GX. All right, and then go ahead and hang up, and let me grab my other phone and call this phone number. Okay, so when you get the incoming call, you go ahead and pick it up from here. I don't want it to echo, so I'm going to mute my phone. So once you pick it up, you'll notice that the call is there route to the Lexus GX. That's how you wanted it. And then you could use your steering wheel control. Picked it up from here. I could hang up from here as well. And I also want to go over one scenario that you might encounter. All right, so right now everything is working as it should. Car's playing through the CarPlay Bluetooth for music, and then for phone calls, it's going to the car's Bluetooth, right? You might encounter a situation, say that you see yourself going back and forth between Bluetooth and USB. So right now, Bluetooth is selected, and of course, there's no music, there's no sound, because it's not connected to anything. But say that your phone is also connected to car's Bluetooth for music, instead of you're playing like a song that we're playing right now, select here. It's going to tell you where it's playing to. So you'll see your Lexus GX here. Unless you select the Lexus GX, you won't hear the music in the car's Bluetooth because the source that the phone is selecting to play music through is currently CarPlay. So same thing, say that you're in Bluetooth, you're listening to Bluetooth from your phone and you hear the music and you want to switch it over to the CarPlay and you start playing music. Once again, you might not hear the music if CarPlay is not selected when you're playing CarPlay. So if you ever encounter a situation where you're using CarPlay, you don't hear music, just check your source, make sure the source is at the correct place. Another thing to mention is that you will lose this USB and AUX over here because we basically hijacked this for the sound input for the CarPlay device. So you're no longer gonna be able to use this. Instead, you'll be using the new USB connection through the USB extension cable. And the good news is this will charge faster than your factory USB auxiliary. Okay, now that I showed you how the wireless CarPlay works, let me go ahead and disconnect the phone and show you how the Android Auto will work. So how we're going to disconnect it, so I'm going to turn off the Bluetooth and Wi-Fi. Disconnect CarPlay, and there it is. Okay, let's go ahead and grab my Android phone. Okay, so how you're going to connect this is first make sure your phone's Android Auto is turned on. Most likely your phone is going to be turned on. If not, you have to go to settings and turn it on. And once you turn it on, go to your Bluetooth settings, turn on your Bluetooth, and just wait over here, and then it'll show up on the bottom, MV17WBT. Go ahead and pair. Okay. All right, and then there it is. And the controls are going to be the same. Track up and down is going to work. Okay, track up, track down. Your volume up, volume down. Okay, for this, Google Assistant is this. What's the weather? All right. And then once again, since the drag motion doesn't work, you do have to use these arrows here to go navigate through the different apps. Alright guys, well this concludes our installation demonstration of our wireless CarPlay and Android Auto kit for this 2010 to 2013 Lexus GX460. If you have any questions, leave a comment below or you can email us at info@bsonicusa.com. Once again guys, thank you so much for watching my video, especially for all of you that watched the whole entire video. And if you haven't yet, give us a like and subscribe to our channel. Thank you very much, and I'll see you guys on the next video.